everybody. Welcome back to the AITAH Boys podcast.
You've been waiting for Tyler to be gone so you could do that, haven't you?
Yeah,
He fucked up twice in a row.
Ball boys too.
Yeah, he went, welcome back to Ohio Boys podcast.
Yeah.
All right, so today's episode is more of a filler because we're on vacation right now. We're going to go through Am I the Asshole on Reddit and just kind of...
We're going to tell people why they're wrong.
Tell them why they're the asshole. You know, takes one to know one type shit.
Phil is the biggest asshole on this couch.
Hey.
For sure.
Hey.
No, it depends on the day, because Mark can be a definite asshole.
That's true. You live with him. I also live with him.
I am a saint.
Yeah,
No.
this is...
Oh.
Guys, we're filming the couples cast right now. We got one couple on the left, one couple on the right.
We're just going to slander me
Damn.
this episode.
Yeah.
Again.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not supposed to react to the football game, am I?
No.
No.
Not bad.
We got the Browns game on in the background.
Joe Flacco is
It's for when we're sad.
my dad.
Joe Flacco is really slanging the fucking rock right now. But, am I the asshole? I love Reddit episodes because they're always calm and we never talk over each other. Look how we're doing so good right now.
We're just kicking it.
Notice how Tyler's not here, and that's the only reason why, because the minute he gets here later, it's just going to be chaos.
We're going to slander Tyler on
It'll
this
be
episode.
chaos,
Mhm.
yeah.
Am I the asshole for shoving a kid away after he tried ruining my birthday dinner?
I'm going to need some context.
Fucking Heisman.
I think my hair just pushed
I'm not
my
gonna
mic out of the
lie.
way.
Throwing a kid over a birthday dinner depends.
How
Okay,
big-
this
how
I
big
want to
is the
throw you
kid?
guys over last night's birthday
So
fiasco.
this is a 15-year-old girl. She went out for dinner with 3 of her closest friends for her birthday. She says, I had planned for this for weeks, and I was really excited. I had never done anything like this before. We go out, and overall, the dinner was great, and I was having a really good time. We decided for dessert to get a cake, and the waitress put candles on it for her. While I was about to blow out the candles, a little boy, about 4 or 5, runs over and tries to blow them out. I awkwardly let him because I realized he's just a kid. No! First of all, you need to be more of an
Read
asshole.
the
You
story.
need to be more of an asshole.
Read the story.
I'm not just letting the kid, you know.
Can I finish the story if you're not going to?
Yeah, here.
Thank
We
God.
should let Megan read all the stories.
At this point.
Yeah, 'cause
Alright.
the rest of us are dyslexic.
I awkwardly let him because I realized he was just a kid. I was more annoyed at his mother, who was just sitting there and watching the whole ordeal instead of intervening. After he blew them out, he looked like he wanted to eat the cake too, which I was 100% sure I would not let him do. It was my cake that I paid for that I wanted to share with my friends. I immediately put my arm out to block him, but he doesn't stop. Meanwhile, his mom does nothing. He keeps trying to eat the food. After a few minutes of this, I shove him away and he hits his back on the wall. That's when he begins crying and screaming. The mom comes up to me and berates me for hurting her son. My friends try to defend me, but the mom doesn't listen and keeps yelling. At this point, I'm annoyed and just want to leave. So we pay the bill and we go to a park and eat the cake there. I don't know if I'm the asshole or not, but my friends think that it wasn't my fault, but I do feel bad for shoving the boy that hard. So, am I the asshole?
No, hell no. I would have spit on the mom.
How many friends? Did it say how many
3
friends?
friends.
3 friends. So you have 4 people. I assume it's a standard size cake.
Yeah, like a
Like a
giant
little
eagle cake.
circle one.
No, if it was a
circle one.
dinner, it might have been like one of those little cakes you get at like a restaurant.
Like a casada cake. Oh.
Ooh.
Like a little, like the one you get from anything bunt cakes.
If it's a very special cake that you paid money for, I'm sorry.
I'm not
stiff
giving
arming
the
that
kid cake. But, like, if I have a big enough cake, of course I'll cut the kid, like, a little piece. Let him scamper off. Watch your child. I mean, I don't think you should just, like, really book check the kid like that.
Why?
And jam him into the wall. Because
Hell
it's a
yeah.
child. He's, like, 4.
Well, I'm not.
I'm mushing him. Like, I'm
yeah,
like,
you mush
like
him
a
or,
cartoon.
like, stick your foot out in
Guys,
front
she
of
is
him and
also
trip
a
him.
child. She's only 15.
14.
Okay.
15. Can I just take a moment to just point out the lightning flashed so bright outside our window that it shut off the daytime lights. It thought the sun was out and it shut off my outdoor lights for like a split second.
I was wondering
That
why
was crazy.
that happened.
Alright.
But yeah, I would like trip the kid or something.
You would, wouldn't you?
The kid's 5; they're used to tripping, so that's not really gonna hurt them.
That's fair.
Mark,
But-
I'm tossing that little bitch. And we got 3 friends. First off, if a kid came up to blow out my candles, I'm going to use a dad for an example because I can't hit a mom. And and he was like, hey, bro, why did you push my son? I'm looking at my friends, and they better jump him with me. Why are you in my grill not watching your kid? Now
The mom was watching. The mom was watching the whole time.
Yeah, you let him come over and try and touch my shit.
Oh, but she's a girl.
Exactly. That's why she could put her hands on the mom. They should have dragged that bitch.
One of the
and then if she fights back, it's
self-defense.
It's child abuse.
Whoa. Oh.
Because she's 14.
15.
Okay.
No, she's 14.
15. It was 15. This is a whole different story. What are the comments on the other story?
Asshole. Maybe a little farther than they needed to go.
Just a
but
kid,
not an
bruh.
asshole.
Yeah.
You should have beat that bitch up.
Female 15. Mark. 15. Okay. Now that we have that.
She turned 15.
All right. I got another story. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for not letting a girl who dressed as a slutty elf who ended up at my house borrow some sweats after she was uncomfortable and cold?
A hoe never gets cold.
I posted this yesterday on another sub, but they removed it because there was no interpersonal conflict, so no one got to vote. I mean, the conflict was between me and the girl and me and my sister. There's a small update since I did the original while I was at breakfast with my sister. Not sure where to begin with this. I guess last night one of the more popular frats on campus was having a Christmas on the beach theme party, so all of the bar area girls were dressed in bikinis with vague Christmas themes. My roommate is dating this total nutjob named Sydney, and as far as I knew, they were broken up. Well, at like 2 a.m., he bombs through the door with Sydney and her friend in tow, both dressed as slutty elves with way too much skin showing. My roommate and
This
Sydney...
dude is a fucking... He is a Redditor. Like a real Reddit. Like when I talk about he just keeps calling them slutty.
Yes. My roommate and Sydney went to his room and still haven't come out. I was playing Fortnite and the other girl said she was the designated driver and was stuck. Would she mind if she charged her phone and hung out until she knew what Sydney was doing? I said fine. Maybe 15 minutes later, she said something like, I know this is so weird for the both of us, but I'm not here by choice. I just don't want to bail on my friend, but sitting here with a guy I don't really know in a bikini is weird and I'm cold. Do you have any sweats I can borrow? I see you every Monday and Wednesday, and I promise I'll give them back. I told her no, I wasn't comfortable with that. She asked if I at least had a blanket. I found one in one of my roommate's spare room, but it was really small, and I said I was sorry, it's the best I could do. She fell asleep on the couch and I went to bed. My older sister came to pick me up for breakfast, and she saw the girl sleeping on the couch and asked why a half-naked girl was sleeping under a baby blanket. In the car, I told her what happened.
You gave her the smallest blanket you could possibly find.
He said it's the only one, but God knows it probably wasn't.
No, he made it seem
Not a
like
chance.
He wanted to see her
I
in the
went out of
bikini.
my way
He's being a
to
creep.
go to somebody else's room because I didn't want her having any of my blankets.
Oh, yeah, for sure. In the car, I told her what happened, and she basically got mad at me, saying I had about 30 opportunities to be a really decent guy and blew it. She said it sounds like the girl was trying to do the right thing by her friend, and I could have at least let her use sweats. I could have let her sleep in my bed while I took the couch. I could have said that she should go home and I'd drive Sydney home, but basically I was an asshole because I left an apparently nice girl in a vulnerable position and I didn't even care.
This is true.
Yeah.
You know, I agree. You should have gave her the sweatpants.
She said that I need to grow up if I want to have friends and have some empathy if I ever want girls to like me. She has no idea if that girl was into me or not, but I missed a great practice round for treating someone in a nice way that they may reciprocate. When we got back to my house, my roommate, Sydney, and the girl were gone. There was a sticky note on my door that said, "Thank you for letting me stay here. Sorry it was weird. Please say hello sometime, Nat." My sister said this was even more proof that I acted like an antisocial weirdo and she was just being nice, and the reason I have never had a girlfriend is the way I acted last night. Am I the asshole? Yes.
Yeah.
And that sticky note kind of proves that your sister's definitely right. If you just gave her some sweatpants, she probably would have sat in there and like talked with you.
Oh, for sure.
Because she was uncomfortable with like hanging around.
I'll bet you. So I'm not really a follower, but when it comes to like outfits to wear out places, I don't really set the trend. I'll bet you that this Natalie, I'm assuming it's Natalie or Natasha, Nat, probably was not the one that chose to wear the bikini with the skimpy ass little elf whatever. It was probably Sydney.
Yeah.
And the fact that she then had to sit with a guy she didn't know, that fucking sucks.
And you just kept calling her slutty when she asked for so.
Yeah.
She asked you to cover up.
Well, I don't think he was.
He probably wasn't calling her to her
slutty.
face.
He's calling her slutty behind her back though on the Reddit post.
Yes, and am I the asshole? This girl wore a slutty thing
you-
to a Christmas party, and then she was cold, and I told her that she couldn't have clothes.
You're clearly you
Yes.
haven't learned your lesson because you're calling her slutty on the
You're not
internet.
just an asshole. You're a neckbeard.
Yeah.
Nasty fucks.
Purchase a razor.
This is why women hate men.
Yeah.
There's a couple reasons.
That's one of them though.
I got a good
Okay.
one.
Tell Shorty I'll give her some sweatpants.
I got a good one.
Oh, go for it.
Am I the asshole for telling my 14-year-old daughter that she's average looking?
Oh my God.
The answer's
What
yes.
the fuck?
I, female, 39, have a very insecure daughter, 14.
Sounds like the mom.
She has a very depressing and unhealthy obsession with her looks. She often avoids mirrors and pictures because her mood instantly drains when she sees herself. She constantly will ask her father and myself the same question all the time. Do you really think I'm pretty? How do I look? How am I dressed? Etc. We always say the same thing. You're a beautiful girl inside and out. I understand most teenage girls have their body image issues, as at some point I was the same way. But my daughter's vanity is not only exhausting to those around her, but it's causing her to slowly lose herself. Yesterday, I decided to sit down and chat with her about this, to discuss what's bothering her, and to ask if she's willing to do therapy. She told me she didn't want to talk about it, but as her mother, of course, I'm worried. So I insisted.
I'm insulting her.
A few minutes into the conversation, she asked me exactly this. Mom, I want you to be completely honest with me. No sugarcoating. The kids in my school think I'm ugly, and they say I look like a bird because I have a big nose. Do you really think I'm beautiful, or are you just lying? I'm a really honest person, so I gave her the most honest answer I had. I told her that she was average looking, like most people in the world are, and that it's not a bad thing to have a average appearance and be a regular person. She immediately got up and left without saying a word, and has not spoken to me since last night.
No, you should check her into
That
therapy.
wasn't the worst way to go about it, but the daughter should also, if you ask dumb questions, get dumb answers.
But she's got to
You're
ask
an
them.
asshole. I think you're an asshole for that, because like,
Yeah.
if there's anybody in this world that you can lie to, it is your
Yeah,
kids.
that's
your
fair.
children.
That's definitely fair.
You gotta
Friends lied to
protect
me
your
a lot
kids,
as a kid.
you
Didn't
know?
protect me though.
Especially if your kid is not like actually ugly and it's
Yeah.
just a regular person,
Dude,
then
my
like,
kid's ugly gonna be sick.
You know, there's a difference between a what. Okay,
you
that's
think your kid's
crazy
gonna look
statement.
like you?
If he looks like me, he'll be fine.
I think he's ugly as shit.
Yeah, but like,
There's a difference between an actual lie and a white lie. That's a white lie you can tell.
Yeah.
but why lie to the kid? You're average. You just look like a person, bro.
Because you want to give that person the confidence. Like
Yeah.
it does a lot of times.
How many times can I tell you that you look beautiful before you just?
Because they don't. I can tell Megan she's beautiful every single day, which I do, but she doesn't believe me 95% of the time. But I don't care. I
You're
still
gonna sit down
say
one
it.
day and tell her that she's average looking, Mark. You're
Never.
gonna say it to her face.
Never.
That's
You hit her
fucked
with
up.
I would
Never.
laugh my ass off.
Never.
I've got okay, so I'm not gonna lie. When I was a teenager, I was very self-conscious about how I looked. I was very insecure about how I looked. I hated the way I looked, and now I'm in my 20s, and I realize that all those opinions that I had about myself were really just what other people thought about me, or what I thought other people thought about me. So I just changed how I felt about myself, and now it's just kind of like, okay, well, I think I'm all right, so nobody else's opinion matters. But it took me a lot to get here, so
I constantly feel like a bad bitch. I'm not gonna lie.
it's all about how you feel about
You
yourself.
probably shouldn't feel like a bad bitch all the time.
Well, Mark,
This is
what
one of
if
those
I
white
don't
lie moments,
care
Mark.
About what you think.
You're the perfect example of
bad
too
bitch?
much ego.
Too much ego.
Too much
Mark,
ego for this
You
one.
are you have no room to be
I
talking
was
about
gonna
ego.
say, your
I don't
ego
think
is
I look
great.
like a bad bitch all the time. I don't have self-esteem issues. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
But
Mark,
I'm
a
not.
sexy nigga.
No, you're not.
Can we go to the next story before this becomes a
Yeah,
brawl?
you got another one?
It's not
Yeah.
gonna be a brawl. I'm too pretty to fight him.
Am I the asshole for being annoyed at my friend for the wedding gift she gave me?
Yes.
My friend and I got married 1 month apart. She got married first, and my husband, fiance at the time, and I gifted her and her husband $650. I was a bridesmaid at her wedding, and she was a very close friend of mine, so I felt like this was an appropriate amount. Fast forward to our wedding. They are the only people to show up with an actual gift. We specifically asked for no items and that their present would be enough, but a cash gift would be greatly appreciated. Oh, that their presence, like their physical presence being there, would be enough, but cash gift would be greatly appreciated. So they gifted us a toaster oven, and we realized it was an opened toaster oven, most likely re-gifted from their wedding. It was very clearly opened and put back into the box. She knows I'm moving over 2,000 miles away, and there is absolutely no way we could bring that over. It also feels like a slap in the face. I'd rather she only written a card or not given anything at all. Am I the asshole for feeling this way, or should I be grateful she gave me something?
You're an ungrateful bridezilla.
No,
I gave
no.
somebody $650, and
and
they
they
gave me a used $100 toaster oven.
I think we're missing some context here, though. Like, what are
Mark.
their economic constraints? They just had a wedding so they had to spend a shit
So is
ton
this
of-
other friend. They
even-
were married a month apart.
Even the cheapest wedding is ridiculous. So if they have like an average job,
They didn't have any of that 650 I gave them left.
I mean, I guess,
Not
but
even for like a new toaster oven.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
did you even clean it out before you gave it?
I don't
There's
think
still
they
crumbs.
used
If
it.
you give me a toaster oven and there's still crumbs in
Nah,
it,
but if you're
really gonna
complaining
fight
about
you.
gifts that you receive from people, you need to give a little bit of self-reflection.
I got a crazy one when you guys are ready.
Give me a toaster oven with crumbs in it, I'd be sick.
like, get the fuck out of
I'd
here.
be thankful for the toaster oven.
Look, if I didn't even clean it out, I gave it to you crummy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say thank you, and I'm gonna throw it away when you're not paying attention.
Mark, I'm gonna buy you a microwave.
Are you gonna use it at least once before you throw it
No.
away?
No,
I got another one when you guys are ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Wait, hold on, wait, Megan. What would you do if I gave you a toaster oven and it still had crumbs in it?
As a wedding gift,
Yeah.
Yes.
I would throw it back in your face.
Like it still kind of smells like popcorn or whatever.
Yeah, no, I'd throw it back in your face.
it's disgusting.
It has grease in it.
Especially since you can buy a microwave for like $35,
Yeah.
brand new from Walmart.
Mark, that's what I'm getting you when you guys get married. I'm gonna get you a microwave.
I'm gonna throw it at you.
I'm gonna give Megan cash, but I'm gonna give you a microwave.
I'm
I
gonna
love
throw
it.
it from the like the table with the wedding party, and it's usually like raised up a little
The
bit.
head table.
I'm throwing it off the table onto the dance floor.
I'm buying a brand new toaster oven and then I'm putting crumbs in it and resealing it and I'm giving that to you.
Did you just miss?
Phil,
Yes.
I'm gonna spit on you.
Wow.
I'd catch it.
Are y'all ready?
Yes.
I just wanted to read this title to you first. Am I the asshole for telling my sister that her husband set me up with a pimp?
This
I like
this
where
can
this
go
is going.
many ways.
Let's
This can
hear
go
it.
many ways. Is
You
this
guys
guy
ready?
just like a player, or is he an actual pimp?
No, y'all ready?
Is he a pimp named Slickback?
You ready?
It's like a
I,
triple question.
19 female, was set up to go on a date with a guy, Jack, by my sister's husband, Blake, 32 male.
Oh, you trusted a
Blake?
dude named Blake?
Blake.
Oh, fuck you.
Blake.
Blake.
I was over at my sister's house with her, Blake, and their children about 2 weeks ago, and Jack came over to drop something off to Blake. We met, and I thought he was cute. Blake later told me that Jack asked for my number, and he gave it to him, and that since I'd been single for a while, Jack was a good guy, and I should give him a chance. Jack and I went on a first date later that week, and a second one 2 days ago. Things were going okay. I wasn't crazy about him, but it seemed we were compatible, and I enjoyed our conversations. He told me that he works as a mechanic, but he never spoke much about it and dodged most of my questions, which I thought was odd. During our date 2 days ago, he told me that he wanted to be honest and tell me the truth about him because I'm his dream girl and he can see himself with me long term, and he needs to know now if I accept him for what he is. He told me he's a pimp. He's a manager at a strip club, which is actually just an illegal brothel, and his job is to find girls willing to do the job and find men that want the service. It's illegal in our country, and pimps get probably a decade in jail if they're caught. I was honestly shocked and told him I'm not interested in dating someone who does that for a living, and quickly left. I called Blake and asked him if he knew what Jack does for a living, and he said, "Yeah, what about it?" I said, "What the fuck do you mean, what about it? Why wouldn't you give me a heads up about that?" And he said, "You're acting like he's a murderer. Relax. Now, not even he owed you that information." I was honestly very pissed off and told him to fuck off. I told my sister what happened, and she had no idea Jack was a pimp and got angry at Blake for setting me up with him without telling us that what actually Jake does. Blake also apparently lied to my sister about Jack was a mechanic and only found out the truth through me, so they have been fighting for quite a moment. Blake called me, but I didn't pick up, and later he sent me a message saying, "I hope you're happy with the anxiety you've given your sister, all because you exaggerate and overreact about every little thing."
I don't think you're the asshole. Does it say anywhere in the thread what country this is?
No,
Like
Canada.
tap on it. What's the comments say?
that's what I'm literally looking at.
My question is,
Because if you're going for the jail time is a decade.
It's also weird that Jack's age isn't listed.
that is odd.
They'll
Is
probably
he a
give him away.
successful pimp? Does he have money?
I don't
Does
know.
he got it like that? Because if he's not trying to make you an employee and you like the guy, then like hold it down, and then he goes away and
No,
you take your pimp
He's
money.
fucking those girls.
You still have the moral
He's a
obligation.
pimp. He's fucking those
Like
girls.
if you marry
that's
somebody
insane.
like that, I feel like it's gonna weigh on her, the way she's talking about it, what he does on a daily basis. So I wouldn't say you're the
Also,
asshole.
her husband's a bitch. He
No,
tried to
her-
gaslight you.
Her friend's husband.
No,
That's her
her
sister.
sister. That was her brother-in-law
Her
that set
sister's
her up.
husband. Yeah, there you go.
You
Brother-in-law.
know, her husband, the sister, is a bitch. Look at Joe Flacco.
You know what?
His sister a
slinging
bitch.
the rock. No, this the husband.
If he's not trying to make you work and you really click, then maybe an extra date or two. Let him buy you a mink or something.
Phil, I'm not setting somebody. First of all,
They didn't know what he did. They just said
no,
they didn't find out
he
until
knew. The brother-in-law knew what he
The
did.
brother-in-law knew what he did. He said, "Yeah, what about it?" He was lying to
Yeah,
the
he was
wife
lying.
about what he did for work.
Well, yeah. What about it?
Phil,
Come on.
if this is like Canada,
Pimping
or
ain't
something like
easy,
that,
Mark. I'm just trying to make it like
It's
accessible here.
no. You have a moral obligation to probably avoid that situation the way she's talking about it. So I don't think you're an asshole.
Question.
What?
Now, is there? I feel like there's an answer to this.
There is.
So, sidebar: how much money does your significant other have to make before they can cheat?
0.
What
I don't
the
want them
fuck?
cheating.
What?
I don't want them cheating.
No, I don't actually. You're right. Like $100,000 a year, I might let her cheat.
You know, like if you were like, I don't know, like a top athlete, like their significant other, right? Like if I was like dating LeBron James,
No,
like that's crazy amount of money for like a side piece.
Mm-mm.
no.
I'm not saying
doing
it's
that.
morally okay, but like I feel like everybody has a price tag.
Like
to be
Ryan
bought out.
Shazier.
What the fuck is that?
Ryan Shazier was a NFL player. Like he got paralyzed and stuff, but like and is out of the league. But his wife found his MacBook that's connected to his phone and found all the text between him and his side piece. And he was like sending her pictures, or not pictures, links to books on how to do anal sex.
That's weird.
Yeah. And she found this and she made an Instagram post saying like, this man I put so much love and effort into. Like she helped this man come from being paralyzed to walking again.
Yeah, that's
And she
much.
found
But
out
he couldn't put it in her butt. You're gonna do everything for me, but ain't.
No. He owes her. She you can at
owes
least
him. No,
stay loyal to somebody
Whoa.
who has stayed with you thick and thin like that. Come on, she could have
Yeah,
left
you
you
can't
when
do
you
that.
lost all your money due to that injury, but I mean, she didn't. She stayed there the entire time. You shouldn't cheat on your significant.
You
If I'm in that
shouldn't. It is not
situation,
morally okay.
if Taylor Swift was my significant other and she's cheating on me, I'm still leaving her.
Yeah, that's because you're dumb as a bag of rocks. That's T-Sway.
I'm not dumb. I just have a moral compass.
Mark, if Taylor Swift is my significant other and she's cheating on me but still paying for my stuff, I'm just gonna start fucking other people.
You have a low moral compass.
It's not morally wrong.
No, it's morally
She's
wrong.
cheating
You're letting
on
somebody
me.
take advantage of you, and
I'm
you're
not
taking
letting
advantage of
anything
her money and just doing this kind of.
I'm not doing that. I'm
You
fucking
don't.
other people.
You don't have self-worth. That's why you do that.
No, that's not about
That's
me
a
not having
crazy
self-worth.
statement.
Wow, that's crazy. I don't have self-worth, but guess how much my
You
bank account's
value
worth?
yourself with
I
money.
have net worth.
I was gonna say,
You don't. No, you don't have net worth.
am I?
You're
Spending
not
it?
married.
Am I spending it? I'll propose.
Probably not.
I'll propose.
You'll propose.
Yes, I don't care.
If they're
she's
cheating
fucking
on you with other people, they're probably not accepting that.
Mark, she maybe. Why is she with me in the first place? I gotta be doing something right.
I don't know. I mean, you're right. You probably are doing something right, but to me, I couldn't be bought like that.
Taylor Swift, if you want to come cheat on me, I'll beat Travis's ass for you. Not even a real Cleveland boy. He's from the Heights.
We got another one lined up,
Come
Meg.
get with a Payne's villain.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Am I the asshole for not telling my boyfriend that I was a virgin before we had sex? I, 22 female, started dating my boyfriend, 25 male, about 2 months ago. However, we had sex before we started dating, about a month before that. We met each other through Tinder, and I was looking for something casual and definitely not a relationship. When we first met, I was a virgin in the sense I had never had sex with anyone. However, I had been used to my sexuality and penetration with sex toys for a while beforehand, so I knew that having sex with him wouldn't hurt. For other reasons that I won't get into because this post will be unnecessarily long, my virginity is not a huge deal to me. I'm not an emotionally attached person. I knew I loved sex even before I actually did it, and I just needed someone to do it with the first time to get it over with. And I never thought he would find out. I thought it would be a one-night stand, but it turned into so much more. But yesterday he finally asked me who I lost my virginity to, and I confessed it was him. He was hurt, understandably. He and I both value communication and honesty, but when I tried to explain that the night we were together for the first time didn't hurt me and that I lost my innocence years ago, he shut me down. He hasn't spoken to me since last night, and I need some help understanding how he feels, since it can be hard for me to understand others' feelings and emotions without them directly telling me. I also feel like I never lied, kept it a secret, since we never talked about it. If either of us were virgins, we both just assumed.
I think it's valid to like give him some space. I think his space was because like he's just like processing the whole thing. I don't know if he's necessarily mad at
I'm
you
confused.
for.
Why does he need to process it? It's not his virginity.
Yeah.
No,
Also,
no,
supposed to be
it's
a
different
one-night
because
stand, bruh.
It was supposed to be a one-night stand, so he
So-
never was supposed to know anyway.
He was not supposed to
because
they started dating.
no, it's a
What?
big deal
By
of.
the way, you took my virginity. No, what?
How old are these people?
22.
22
I think
and
it's
25.
I think it's the principle that he was kind of lied to initially.
He wasn't lied to. It was a
She didn't
one-night
tell him.
stand.
She
What do
didn't
you
tell
mean?
him.
That's not lying.
She didn't need to
It's
tell him.
never
It wasn't his
told him.
business.
She never
It wasn't
told
his
him.
business. It wasn't his business. They weren't together. It was a one-night stand. They met on Tinder.
I mean, when you started
she told him,
when you started
honestly.
to get it, feel it was getting serious, you should have told him.
No, it's not his
Yeah.
business.
Hey,
But
no.
when it finally
No,
came up, they've been together for 2 freaking months, dude. And when he finally did ask, she told him. She was honest.
You know, I
He
agree.
has no
didn't
right to be
lie.
fucking annoyed by it or
Yeah, but he
shocked.
should still have the space to process the whole
To
thing.
process
I don't
what-
understand why he
I
has to
think
process
he's
that.
overreacting, but I feel like that's something that you should probably talk about.
No, because
like
the
I
fuck
will
wouldn't
not
have
be
been the
mad
same,
at
bro.
you.
Because if you go in saying, "Oh, I'm a virgin," it's gonna be awkward. It's gonna be awkward sex. We've all had and lost virginities before in this room. He wouldn't have. It wouldn't have been the same. And she's already like had sex with plastic things.
I mean, you raise a valid point, but
So
like,
like she had normal coochie. It's not like she was getting hurt by it.
I still think it would be nice to know that.
So if you and I were broken up and you were just kind of doing whatever, you would want to know if a girl was a virgin before you screwed her?
Yeah.
I feel
Why?
I feel like having your first time, that's kind of like a special thing, and that can involve
Because I'm not trying to have
more likely to get like attachment
Right.
or things.
She
and if-
specified that it was not a big deal to her.
And that's
And that
why
the
she
mo-
did it. She
yeah,
went on
she
Tinder
didn't
looking
care.
To get fucked for the first time because
She
was
just wanted
tired of
something
using her
casual.
toys.
Nah, it's still different. It's still different. I don't
See,
think.
no, it's different for you. You see
should've-
how you're
I-
the one saying that it's different in your eye.
If
and you're
I
saying
was
this?
if
That's
I was
what
single,
she didn't want.
if I was single, I wouldn't want to take somebody's virginity. I wouldn't be comfortable with doing that. Just looking for hookups, I wouldn't do that.
But if it was just a hookup, he wasn't supposed to know. You don't have to tell your hookup that you're a virgin.
Right, but it would be nice to know.
It'd be nice
I
to know.
don't
But yeah,
understand.
You mean it
you
would
don't.
be-
You don't owe it to me to tell me,
See,
but
it
it's
would
kind
be
of
nice to know because you're gonna do something different than if you weren't.
No, I'm
If
probably
it was
not
just a
going.
hookup.
I'm probably not going to hook up with you if I'm single right now and looking for
Mark,
people to
What-
hook up
but
with.
What do you think
I'm not.
she means by virgin? She said that she had been penetrating herself for a long time, so it's like It's like
she
she's
was
had sex
experienced.
before.
It just wasn't with a human.
Right,
It was with a
but I don't-
toy.
I just don't feel comfortable with taking somebody's virginity.
It's not. Technically, a dildo took her virginity.
No, virginity
No.
and popping a cherry are different.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not gonna co-sign that. Like,
No, it's true. It's not the same thing.
yeah,
Mark.
having sex with somebody is definitely different than.
It is different, but she had been having sex with herself for a long time.
Okay, that has nothing to do with me and my feelings.
What are your feelings?
I-
Why? What are you saying?
I don't want to take somebody else's virginity.
That makes him uncomfy.
Yeah, that's it.
She's not a virgin.
She
Not
was a
anymore.
virgin.
Oh, this nigga's tweaking, and you're tweaking.
I don't think I'm bugging for saying that.
I don't think that's a normal
She
thing.
was still a virgin.
You're telling me that you wouldn't want to date a girl because she's
No,
a
this
virgin.
isn't dating. This is just a one night stand at the time.
Exactly.
I'm not.
So they
I'm not
didn't
gonna have a
even know.
one night
Most
stand with
niggas
somebody who's
wanna
a virgin.
Fuck virgins because they're fucking incel dickheads.
Yeah.
I'm not an incel dickhead. People who have their
Just want the
virginity
power.
still
You get a
don't
little
have
stronger
that.
with each one.
They have
That's crazy.
a lot of. I don't know. I feel like
He
they
should
would.
have felt the strong.
They would have maybe less emotional maturity. Like Phil said, maybe that person gets attached to you extra and you're not really looking for that. If I'm just here looking for a one night stand, I don't really want to, deal with somebody being emotionally attached to me if that's all I'm looking for is a Tinder hookup. Like that.
That's what she said. She she had casual sex with him.
Okay, but I don't know you. I'm just looking to hook up. All I really care about is your physical appearance of sorts.
And it was fine. He got to fuck. She got to lose her virginity, so called, and that was it. And
Why are you saying so called?
Why are you saying so called?
No, like she was
she
a
lost her
virgin.
virginity.
Because the virginity, you're making it sound like she like had like the cherry still and she was in pain. This was casual
that's
sex.
not what I'm saying.
She has been casually having sex with herself for
No.
years.
Casually
she's
having
not a
sex
virgin.
and masturbating aren't the same
I was
thing.
gonna say, I was casually jacking my cock for like a while before I got my V
That's
card
different.
taken.
Penises don't change like vaginas do after sex.
I don't think it's
Yes,
different.
they do.
Like, I
Not
think-
as drastically.
I
But
think
Very
masturbation and actual sex are not the same thing.
they're not the same thing.
I can't masturbate and then say that I'm not a virgin anymore. I'm not. The math ain't math.
It's also not just your genitals. It's the way your brain changes. Like everything changes. Emotionally.
Her coochie had already been penetrated.
okay.
There's no emotional attachment
so
to a piece of
different for
plastic.
men.
She did not
because
have sex
penises
with
don't
her before.
your penis doesn't rip when you have sex for the first time. It doesn't change forever.
I understand that. That's not what we're
It just
talking
gets
about at all.
hard, it gets soft.
We're
it gets hard,
talking
it
about
gets
the
soft.
emotional part of this. We're not
There
talking
is
about
no
anything
emotional
physical.
part. She said that. She's not an
How
emotional
am I
person.
supposed to know if I'm just looking for a hookup? That's why she lied, because she didn't
didn't
wanted
lie!
You could
She
say
wanted to hook up
sins
with the
of
guy.
omission,
She
but
didn't lie.
Okay, she didn't lie.
How
Sins
is
of
it
omission.
Sins of
but-
omission. It was supposed to be a hookup, and then it went to something else, and then it didn't matter, and then when he did ask, she was honest. So what? There was no sins of omission, and there was no lying.
No, there's sins of
I
omission
don't
because
think
you
she
didn't say
did
it.
anything wrong. He's kind of bugging right now, but like,
I'm just saying at the time you could have been upfront with it. It would be nice to know as the guy.
Mark, there are things that you can be upfront about when you're about to have sex with a stranger, and being a virgin is not them. If I'm diseased, I'll be upfront about it.
I feel
but if
like-
I am a virgin, I'm not. There's no point.
Nah,
it does not
I feel like
change
virginity
what's
is
about
one
to
of the
happen.
first things I would talk about if we're about to hook up.
Mark, also, he probably didn't assume that she was a virgin because she's 22 and her cooter had already been broken in by herself.
Okay,
That's
pause, because cooters are not just broken in.
Well, it had already it didn't. She wasn't in pain having sex. It was broken in.
Again, that's why I say popping a cherry and losing your virginity are two different things. Losing your virginity is more than just
Did you
a
guys
physical
know that
thing.
not all women have hymens? So not all women have pain the first time they have sex, and not all women bleed the first time.
Okay.
thank you, Megan.
I don't know. I've never had
So-
sex with a virgin.
Anyway,
Gee.
let's start another one because that got way out of hand.
Everyone here has had sex with a virgin, but me.
I have. Congrats. Or not. I don't know. Am I the asshole for staying silent during an intimate moment when my girlfriend said, "Mine's the best pussy you ever got"?
That's
You
crazy.
lied.
Y'all ready?
You lied to her.
Y'all ready?
I need to hear both their backgrounds, yeah.
Oh boy, your old girl has to tell her buddy she's a virgin.
Both are 30. Together for a few months. Things are going well, except for some issues she has with the fact that I'm friends with my ex from 8 years ago. I'm not in love or infatuated with my girlfriend yet, but she is the sweetest. She is very kinky. BDSM, toys, lingerie, films herself for me when I'm away, but doing it in public, can do an entire night, whatever. But also very monogamous and only had serious relationships. I used to be very promiscuous, though I've had orgies and open relationships, but she still jokes about me being the vanilla one in bed. Today, while we were doing the deed, she got very turned on and said something. Talking dirty is very normal for us. She said, "Since our first date, when you fucked me raw, I knew mine was the best pussy you ever been inside of. Isn't that so?"
God damn.
I didn't want to lie to her, but 5 years ago, I was very in love with a girl with whom I had the best sex, but I had to break up with her because I wanted kids eventually, and she had, let's say, a lot of issues with substance abuse and mental health and almost cheated. She also used to let me do it with other women, which I'm not going to expect from my girlfriend, and that's fine.
How did she almost
Obviously,
cheat if
my
it was
girlfriend
under
noticed it, and I can tell she is still
Hold on.
sad.
I know we're doing the. How did that girl almost cheat if she was letting you fuck other girls?
I don't know.
I think that like
What?
If
I think
I give you
maybe
the
she
pass
didn't care about the relationship as much
that
as
you can bang this specific person, then that's one thing, and then just going out and banging somebody and like not telling me about it. Like if you have that kind of like, it depends on how open the relationship was for an open relationship.
I guess I don't know. Oh, she almost cheated.
right. She could
Almost.
also be like, "Oh, but I would never," and then almost did.
I think this dude is kind of a dick because this is another one of those like white lie situations. You can be kind of cheeky about it. You can hit her with the like top 3, but I'm not gonna tell you where you are in the ranking. I want you to think about it. You can just say like weird shit and just kind of like brush that off. Be cheeky.
I think it went silent mid-stroke.
Hit her with
He
the
just
like
looked at her.
like top 5 for real.
I think I don't know if you're really serious with this person.
You play Best I Ever Had by Drake and bang her brains out.
I was gonna
The sex
say,
will get better.
Just be in the moment. Just have
Yeah,
fun.
just run with it.
If
Or you can hit her with the, this is the best pussy I've had in the last 2 months.
That's awful.
That's crazy.
But like, yeah, no, like, you just go, yeah, and then she'll be like, oh my god, like,
Keep
your
letting her
dick's
get her shit
perfect.
off, especially since she's got more ideas than you. I would just go with it at that point.
It also depends on what her answer would be. If you're like, oh yeah, I'm laying down great pipe, right? And she's like, yeah, like, you're cool for real.
If she hits you with some shit like, yeah, I'm out of your league type shit, then that's different.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Like, yeah, you
I'm
really
just happy
couldn't
to
get me
be
if you
there.
tried.
I know I'm not giving out good dick. These girls need to stop letting me fuck. Y'all got problems. Y'all don't love yourselves. You letting me fuck. That's why I be feeling like a bad bitch, Mark. That's what it is. I just figured it out. It's because women.
You just find women with low self-esteem.
I don't. Women find me. Like, oh God, I swear they seek me out.
Just be like, yeah, I
Every
like the
time-
funny fat one.
Every time that I've cracked a woman lately, it's just been like them trying to fuck me, and I'm just like, oh, that's crazy.
Ooga boonga.
Sometimes you just stumble into some box.
I'll be stumbling.
So sometimes it just works out like that.
That's crazy.
Bro, I live a crazy life. I'm dope. I do dope shit. Like have sex.
Was that the whole?
Yeah, that's the
That's
whole
basically
thing.
the whole thing.
Megan, do you think he's the asshole?
I wouldn't say he's the asshole, but he could have at least like done something in the moment and then talked about it later.
Yeah.
He could have been like, or like, or just kind of
I
went,
feel like
oh,
that's
baby,
worse.
or whatever. I don't know.
If I was fucking somebody and they looked at me and went,
I feel like that's a normal noise.
Or
in
could
the
have said,
bedroom.
baby, or whatever. I don't know.
What if he just like sucked his teeth? He did it with the.
yo no.
Oh my god.
If you asked a girl if you were giving her the best dick she's ever had, and she looked at you and went boom, buckle.
And you're gonna piss her off even
Oh,
more because you
brother.
killed the vibe too.
Yeah, you just looked at her mid-stroke. The real question is, did he stop fucking? Did he stop his strokes?
I'm gonna guess he slowed down, but he didn't stop.
And he thought, he was like, He had to really feel for it. He pushed a little deeper. He was like, Do her coochie got the bone in it?
Can't be number one if it had the bone in it.
Bone
The
Why?
bone?
The bone.
Yeah, sometimes pussy got a bone in it.
That's not how that works.
Can you please explain? Because I'm so fucking confused.
I think he's talking about the.
It's not like a real bone. It's like
What's
your
the
nose
body
is
part?
not a bone.
I don't know what the pubic bone or the cervix.
Cervix.
Might be the
probably.
cervix.
The cervix.
I don't know,
think.
bro. I don't think I could reach the cervix, so it can't be that.
You definitely can't.
But no, sometimes pussy got bone in it.
If you're throwing a
What
weak
the
dick, you're definitely not getting to the cervix.
Oh my god.
Mark, you can throw weak dick and get to the cervix. Just because niggas, there are niggas with big dicks.
That's
who
some
can't
shallow
fuck.
pussy then.
There are niggas who can't fuck. Just because your dick's big doesn't mean you can fuck good. Mark, you just do both apparently.
I get great reviews.
All right, guys. Whoa. All right, let's go on to
Whoa.
another
Damn.
story. Let's go on to another story.
Mark, at least you know you're number one. That is the best dick she's ever had.
That's true.
Valid.
No arguments. I'm the best
Yes.
and the worst.
Fair.
And the worst.
Fair.
I'm humble. I'm humble.
Man, is this gonna start a long range tradition of saying Mark is the worst dick she's ever had?
You wouldn't be wrong.
That's the best part.
Okay, can we go on to another story?
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for telling him to ask his mom how to wash his ass?
What?
What?
Wait, hold on.
I've been scrolling forever while you guys are talking,
You know what
trying to
this
find
reminds
another
me-
good
Before
one.
you get started on this, remember when you were telling me about the series of TikToks of guys like saying that they don't wash their butthole in the shower
Yes, and how
it's
traumatizing it was.
because it's gay? Yeah, like the super
I was
straight,
traumatized.
like the super straight guys. They'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, what? You put your you put a dish rag on your butthole?
Dude,
like, what
you
the fuck?
wipe your ass?
You
That's
wipe your
crazy, guy. You're gonna
ass?
touch your butthole?
All right, y'all ready?
Wait, Mark, do you wash your ass?
Yes.
You get down there. You be digging in your crack.
What the fuck?
I'm not talking about this anymore.
My boyfriend, 30, has struggled with keeping a clean derriere. He's left
30?
30.
There's
30.
no way.
30.
Why is he your boyfriend? He's 30-year-old. Can't
Y'all
clean
ready?
his ass.
Y'all ready?
He asked you to eat it too.
He's got a.
That's why she figured out it wasn't clean.
Watch it be part of the story.
He's left skid marks on my toilet seat, linens, and more.
Toilet seat?
I purchased wipes, washcloths, sponges, and body washes to help with all of this.
She got booty body wash.
There's a thing.
Booty wash. That's a thing.
That's his thing. Yes. I gave him instructions on how to keep down there clean, just to find out 6 months later he was missing a crucial step. So I told him, I don't know what the crucial step is. So I told him to ask his mom how to. I love him and want to marry him, but he needs to figure that out. I'm tired and I've tried just with the teaching.
I have a question, Megan, before you go any further. If I got down on one knee, but I had a serious problem with washing my ass, are you saying no until I can wash my ass?
I am saying no until you can wash your ass.
I think that is a deal breaker, honestly. I think you're right.
I'm
There's
not gonna lie.
no way,
That nigga
dog.
can't even sleep in her bed naked because he might get doo-doo on her sheets.
She's going to have to throw a towel down when they do the nails.
I'm so upset though that
Hold
she
on.
didn't
She's
go
gonna
into
have to throw a
specifications on
towel
what this
down.
crucial step is though.
He doesn't wipe his ass, man.
If you invited someone over, and let's say you hooked up or whatever, some way, somehow, you ended up sleeping
Doo-doo in
naked,
their butt.
and you woke up in the side of her bed, and she had just like a skid mark on the bed. How do you react to that?
Get out of my
Bitch, you
house.
shit yourself?
Get the fuck out of my house.
What is this, Amber Heard type shit? Get the
I was
fuck out of
gonna
my
say,
house.
There are certain things that can happen. If I hooked up with a girl, say I had a
What
girl
if the
over,
box was really
and
good?
she-
though?
if I had a girl over and she had like her period in my bed, that's one thing. I'm gonna help her do what she needs to do, offer her a shower.
Yeah, I can't
make
really
her
help
comfortable.
that.
If a girl doo-doos in my bed,
We fighting.
dog,
No, you gotta go.
I gotta go.
I'm picking you up by the back of your shirt like this, and I'm taking you and I'm dropping you on my porch.
Throwing you
Oh
off the
my
porch.
god.
She's gonna fly out my front door like jazz. Like no. Some things you can't control. Pee, maybe. I'd be like, oh damn, you're probably
I
hammered.
would get it if we had like a conversation and you were like into that or whatever.
And you
What?
still,
Let you in
Mark,
my
if
house,
even
but,
if I
like-
have a shit kink and I want you to shit on my chest, don't doo-doo in my sheets.
That's true. That's true. But I could prepare. I can get the rubber
Plastic rack
sheets. I can get the rubber sheets out.
Hold
The
on.
kink sheets.
the pink
Another
sheets.
another question here. She said he's leaving skid marks on the toilet. So,
Yeah.
like,
This
let's
dude's
say
like
let's
smearing
say-
his butthole on the fucking.
Oh my god.
I'm
Xavier.
telling you, he's not wiping his ass.
Xavier. I'm gonna use Tyler as an example because it's the funniest one. But if you went to go rock a piss after Tyler left the bathroom, and there were skid marks on the
On
toilet.
the toilet seat.
Better yet,
Who's
he
hot?
left
Are we?
it-
Are we here?
Yeah, we're here.
Mark, I'm going to get Mark. I'm like, Mark, go get your
I'm
friend
spraying Tyler's ass with bleach.
right now. You're gonna burn us all.
I'm gonna burn that shit off. Like honestly, that is nasty.
Oh my god.
That's ridiculous.
No.
No,
don't
you
come
gotta
to my house
you gotta
and-
dump him.
Like if you leave a skid mark on somebody's toilet seat, you gotta be like spreading them.
Yeah, no,
before
this
you get
gotta be.
down.
Also, this gotta be a fat nigga, bro. Like,
His butt cheeks be spilling off.
I know this is a fat nigga, bro.
That's crazy. Like, or he's he's gotta be tall too. He's gotta be big and fat.
She's dating the Big Show.
Yeah.
He can't wipe it.
Thanks,
Hold on.
Mark. Thanks for doing the noise right there.
The
I
fact
really
that he's
appreciate
30
that.
and you had to tell him, go ask him. If I'm 23 now. In 7 years, if I asked my mom, hey man, like my girlfriend told me that I don't be wiping my crack properly. Can you show me how to do it? She'd close the door on me.
I think my mom would take me out back and put a bullet in my head.
Yeah, like really old yeller my shit.
What the fuck?
Thank you, Mark.
Nigga, I don't even know what to say, man.
There was a
Like you don't even let water run down it. Like these
That
TikToks
shit-
nigga were showing me like I don't even let water run down my butthole. That's gay as hell.
That nigga, that definitely,
That
if
shit's
that water
twisted.
dripping off of him like Flint water,
it beads up.
like wax coating.
Yeah.
But you know how much doo doo you gotta, and he probably shit a lot.
He probably did. He probably left some nasty ass dookies.
I hope you don't suck his meat, cause you,
Oh,
you
God,
definitely
that's
be
nasty.
smelling that nigga shit.
I was gonna say,
And I bet you he's the dude like that goes in the bathroom and doesn't flip the fan on when he does the nasty in there. And then we
Does
all
the
gotta smell his
nasty.
must.
Mark,
And then we
no matter
don't know
if the
until
fan
it's
is
too
on,
late.
It's constantly in his pants.
Like we don't know. Like you don't know until it's too late when somebody does that. It like seeps into the rest of the house. The must you
butt
could
stank?
smell it. Yeah, you could smell the butt stank. Like my dad's a nasty man. He's got fans in every single one of his bathrooms, and he just goes, takes a dump, and walks out.
That's
And
chemical warfare.
And then it is. And then when I go in there, I smell
We're-
that shit before I even open
This
the
ain't a
door.
cartoon. I should
I
not
used to
see
do that.
stink lines
I used to
in
do that
real
to-
life.
I used to do that to Ace when I lived with Phil. Me and him, because he wouldn't let me ham him because it would start a ham war. So I started doing indirect ham attacks. I'd blow up their bathroom right before he would shower.
God.
So the hot water would like. You know how
Oh,
it's
it'd
steamy?
sit there.
Yeah.
That makes
That's a
me
chemical attack. That
It
should have
was.
broken the Geneva
That-
Convention.
Fire!
That was
Type
like-
shit.
Me and him were having little border skirmishes. Hey, look at Joe Flacco. Really slanging the rock.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah,
This is a very short one.
sweet.
Am I the asshole for always thinking about my girlfriend's past prostitute life and getting angry about it?
No.
No.
It depends. Are you getting angry
Hold on.
about it with her?
We've been together for a couple months. She was a prostitute before we ever got together. We're both in love, but I can't get over her past. Like, sometimes it's hurting mentally, I mean. It keeps coming into my head and I get upset about it. Am I the asshole? She's not currently a
it?
prostitute. It was in the past.
You're an asshole if you've already like discussed it and now you keep bringing it up
If
in
you
like
bring it up to
arguments
her,
and
that's a
shit. If
problem.
you keep like
Also-
using that as firepower to like fight in your relationship, you're an asshole.
That's a
but,
very
like,
vague
just
story.
being
Yeah, it is.
insecure because your girlfriend was
Used to get
selling
ran.
puss.
No, I
Then
think it's more
yeah.
so like if it was me, I'd more so think about like prostitutes getting abused and shit. Like she was probably like sexually abused and overran by a pimp and shit like that. Like I would think about that constantly. But if you bring it up to her, you're a fucking asshole because then you're just rehashing all those bad memories that she's trying to put behind her. But if you're just thinking about it in your head and you don't bring it up to her, I wouldn't say you're an asshole.
Okay.
If you're dating this girl and y'all in an argument and she's like, I've had people pay to fuck me better than you're doing.
That's fucked up.
You remember the ShamWow guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy.
You remember about why he's not on TV anymore?
No.
'cause
Oh, he beat up prostitutes.
he beat up prostitutes. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not condoning beating that girl up. I would not put my hands on that girl.
The ShamWow guy was beating
Yeah,
up
he was like
prostitutes?
coked up and beating up prostitutes. Shout out Vince.
Hold on. You
Wow.
just said you don't condone it and then you shouted him out?
Because it's funny, but like, I mean, that's not funny. Saying shout out Vince is funny.
It's
Can't condone
funny,
that
no.
one.
It's funny because like the way that he would look on TV,
You could tell that he was
you
a
could tell that he
coked
was
out
doing
woman
coke
beater.
and he looked deranged
And
when he
yeah,
was doing these commercials.
Watching an old OxyClean Billy Mays commercial, he was off the shits.
Yeah, but you couldn't tell as
Yes, you
as
could.
Good
The
as
only
you
reason
could
you
tell
couldn't
with
see
this
that
guy.
he had
Jaw
Bobby
was tight.
Brown jaw was because of his fluffy beard.
And he was smile like
Billy Mays here
Billy
with a
Mays
special
here.
TV offer.
yeah.
Y'all ready for another one?
Yes.
I like.
Oh
the
wait,
way-
wait. I have a sidebar
Go for it.
question. So let's say this dude really just can't get over all of this, and if it's taking a toll on his mental health, is he an asshole for dumping the girl for that?
No.
No.
No, you don't have to stay in any relationship you don't want to be in.
Well, it depends on how you do it though.
That's
Depends
fair.
on the
Yeah, no,
circumstance.
if you're like bye whore, that's crazy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, if
But
you
if
end
you're
up
like-
hating her for it, then you're an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you're an asshole if you like break up with her and then you still ask for casual sex.
Yes.
Yeah, because then you're just rehashing like her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
What
do
if
that.
to break up with her, he slinked one last time and then he put $100 on the
Can I bring up something?
on the dresser and left?
That's fucked up. But I
would ask
for
for
me, I would
change.
have trouble initiating sex with that person
Why?
because I wouldn't want to like initiate it and then make them feel uncomfortable and then make them feel like I'm gonna hurt them.
Mark, you should just do that with any woman.
I'm a little confused.
Because she's already clearly gone through
Hell.
hell and back. Like
Oh, you
most
wouldn't.
most prostitutes
you
get
think she
sexually
has?
abused.
You think she has
and-
PTSD?
Most
You don't wanna
definitely.
trigger her
Probably,
PTSD?
if you're a prostitute, you most likely have like certain triggers.
I don't know, man. I know a pretty cool prostitute. She's like fine.
But I feel like once, like you don't know about that trigger until you trigger it. I feel like they're not gonna just bring up a trigger or know about a trigger they necessarily don't know about until it happens. I would be afraid to initiate sex.
Just so you know, Mark, prostitutes are not the only women who have possibly been assaulted and have triggers. So you should worry about that with every woman.
No, yeah, you should definitely, but a prostitute is probably going to have more.
Worst dick she's ever had and not the brightest. At least he cleans his butt.
Wow. Oh my God.
Wait, you clean your butt, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You dig in the crack?
Can we start a next story, please?
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for not seeing my partner as sexually attractive?
Oof.
Why are you with them?
Because it's not all physical.
I've been together with my boyfriend for 2 years, which were filled with our ups and downs. He had a huge not being good enough wound while I just came out of a 2-year relationship in which I was emotionally abused. I didn't want to get into another relationship that soon and wanted to heal first, but it happened. Our whole relationship, I was so scared of maybe not being enough for him, so I did everything to look my best. I put out a facade because it was too dangerous for me to not show who I was. Luckily, I started loosening up when I realized I do love him and he does love me. I don't try to change myself anymore. I am me. But now my libido is non-existent. I used to be very sexual and he was quite the opposite. Now the tables have turned and sex seems like such a chore to me. I hate that I feel this way because I love him and I will never leave him for this, ever. But I'm also so depressed because I suddenly don't want to be touched anymore. He is turned on all the time and really wants me. Oh, crap, your dad's calling. I'm just going to ignore that. All the time, I've never seen him loving sex so much, which is amazing, but I can't feel any of it. I also never climax either, so the whole act to me is to please him. Am I the asshole for being this way? Would not wanting to have sex with my man make me an asshole? I wish I could talk about it, but one thing that we still need to work on is communication. When I try to be vulnerable, he takes it to the heart and gets hurt when that wasn't my intention at all. Any advice on how I can work myself through this on my own?
Therapy and sexual therapy.
Yeah, I think you need
some
one,
sexual
therapy,
healing.
and 2, he needs to listen to you more. You should be more upfront with, sex isn't what it used to be to you. And he needs to have the emotional maturity to navigate that with you.
Also, you have to try some new things.
Well, that too. I think there's other ways you could turn somebody on.
Yeah, incorporate toys in the room, maybe some
making sure she actually finishes.
No, that's not my job.
Focusing on her pleasure too.
Pussy,
that's not my job, bro.
Learn how to eat some pussy.
I'm there for me. It's my turn to be selfish.
I think this is
why
you're
he
gonna have
doesn't
to
have
do some therapy and do
a
all that and
relationship.
try and get this to work out.
You call me a virgin?
What, me?
Yeah.
No, I said this is why you don't have a permanent relationship.
I don't want a permanent relationship. I told you I'm stumbling over here.
Oh, Jesus.
Stumbling into coochie. I'm fine.
I think they're in a time block right now. They have like a certain window of time where this is like it can try and be fixed, and maybe it doesn't even get fixed. But I feel like they're probably gonna end up resenting each other.
Yeah, it's gonna be a deal breaker.
And it's gonna fuck that whole relationship up.
For sure.
So if they don't try and fix this now, they're canned, and they should just go their separate ways and
at that
maybe
point,
in another life.
At that point,
But,
you're wasting each other's time, in a way, because if she's trying to work it out with him, and he doesn't really care to, he's just horny. Then he lacks the emotional maturity to have a long-term relationship, and if she can't communicate, she shouldn't be in a long-term relationship either. If you're too timid to talk about your feelings and your thoughts and how you feel about touchy subjects.
Or if this nigga just fuck bad, just sell him.
That too. But that's going to be the conversation. If you can't tell him that, then maybe you lack the emotional maturity of having a long-term relationship. Shouldn't be in it.
First time someone told me I fucked bad, I cried.
I get it.
How many times have you been told that?
Probably like 3 or 4. But it was like the same person every time.
Then why did you keep going back after?
Why did
the
they
first
Couldn't
keep
have been
going?
that
That's a
bad.
better
I'm about to
question.
say.
Why did they keep letting
Why
me
did
fuck?
they keep letting him?
And I know I wasn't fucking bad. She was just angry at me.
That's how you know you could talk to women.
Who, me?
Yeah. You got a silky tongue.
Mark, it's so easy, bro. You just lie to these bitches.
How do you know he has a silky tongue?
Could have been a pimp the way I move my lips. That's
How
what
do you know
I
he
should
has a
be.
silky tongue? Has he been using it on you?
Hold on, Mark. Don't say I had to convince. You're making it sound like I'm pressuring girls into sex.
No. He's not. I'm saying, like you have a certain way
I
of
had
like, growing on people.
to sit down at a business meeting for some box.
No, you just have a way of growing on people, and I feel like you do that to women as well.
Yeah, so you just talk to the vulnerable ones at the bar.
Jesus.
That just
Kidding.
sounds like targeting.
I don't even fuck bar girls. I go to bars that I don't want any parts of those women. They're nice to look at, though. They're very beautiful women.
Yeah, dive bars.
I like dive bar women. I like talking to dive bar women. I don't think I'd sleep with one, though.
This doesn't sound.
I think everything's situational. It depends.
Yeah, now if I was hammered, maybe. I don't know. Drunk me is not me.
Drunk you is a wicked man.
Oh man, you think I have a silky tongue, Mark? That bad boy needs to go to jail.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 3 to 5. At
That
least.
nigga's doing fed time and horny max.
The little that I have heard
In a
of you
super
trying
max.
to pick up women while you're drunk is absolutely disgusting.
And it works.
I think
It
it's
shouldn't.
It's probably
shouldn't.
because they're
It
just as
should
fucked up
not.
as you are.
No, most of the time I'm way drunker than everyone else.
Or I don't know. Maybe they're just looking for attention, and they're like happy somebody's giving them attention.
Shit, that's some wicked attention. Some of the things that I've said to, I can't even say on this podcast, some of the things that I've said to these girls. I told one girl that I was going to nut in her, buy her a Plan B, and block her on everything. And she told me it made her horny.
What?
I was like, you
Why does that
dirty
make
lady.
you horny?
Some women like degradation.
That's a different level of degradation. You're about to be a single mother.
No, that just.
I was only
no,
gonna
that's
feed
just
No,
bad
you
love,
bought her a
toxic
Plan B.
relationships.
I was only going to give her half the Plan B, Mark. Or Megan, I wanted to.
No, they like being disrespected, Mark. There's a difference.
No, she sounds like she enjoys toxic relationships.
Well, there's no relationship here, bro. I'm about to slink and slide.
Yeah, but then
I'm very upfront to women, too.
But then
Upfront.
you're gonna unblock her one day, and she's gonna see that, and she's gonna be like, "Oh,
Being upfront is the best way to go about
I'm not going to unblock her one day.
probably everything.
yes, you are."
Maybe. I was gonna say women don't really stay blocked on my phone for long, except the
know,
one, the
I
most
know.
recent one. She's canned. She's done.
Dunzo.
What'd she do?
I can't. Even,
We can talk about that
I
off
can't, I
camera.
can't
Off
even dog
camera?
her like
Okay,
that because
okay,
she's a good girl. She's just canned. She's
Got
fleeced.
another one.
It's literally your
What you
fault.
got?
You're just bored that way.
Yeah, let's make this the last one. Buzzer
All right.
beater.
Am I the asshole for trying to make my boyfriend have sex with me on our 1-year anniversary?
Hold on.
What?
I don't know if the title is just worded weird, so let's get into
she
it.
tried to.
That's worded.
She tried to
like
take
shit.
that.
It is
nigga.
worded like shit. So yesterday, it was my boyfriend, 22 male, and I, 22 females, 1-year anniversary. We bought each other gifts, went on a special date, and just spent the whole day together. Once it was nighttime, I wanted to end the day off with the two of us having sex because today was a special day for us. But when I asked, he said he was tired. Whenever one of us isn't in the mood, we always respect it, but I feel like out of all the days for him to say no, it was pretty messed up. I told him that today was literally our anniversary, and I tried to pulling him towards me, but that didn't work for obvious reasons.
Why are you so far away?
Get the
In
fuck
the
outta here,
end-
That's
Mark.
what that sounds like.
She just don't
That's
got
what
the
that
silk
sounds
like me. I'm the Silk Road.
In
baby.
the end, I decided to
They
just
shut
give
that
up because it wouldn't go anywhere. I don't want to seem like if someone wants sex, it's a requirement for you to say yes. However, in this situation, it was our anniversary, and he kind of ruined the fun vibe we had all day. If it was any other day, I wouldn't care, but today was kind of it kind of was an issue. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
Yeah.
One, the way that you're wording this almost sounds like
You took it from him.
you were willing to
Yeah.
in a moment.
She really said he owes me.
Yeah, pretty much. That's disgusting.
Yeah, no one owes, especially.
Is it wrong to masturbate next to your partner? Could she have just gotten naked and started flicking her bean?
That's not wrong.
I think
don't
it's
think so.
weird.
You've ever jacked off next to Megan while she slept?
No, absolutely not.
Ian just like paw at it a little bit.
I go downstairs on the couch like a man.
You go downstairs and jack off on your couch?
Yeah,
This couch?
The one that I'm sitting on right now.
yeah.
What part of the couch do you sit on?
And that's the end of the
Mark.
episode, guys.
Mark, do you pull it out the shorts or do you get butt, like, are your bare butt
Oh
cheeks
my
on
Not
the
my
God.
bare butt cheeks. No,
It's your own couch.
it's not my bare butt cheeks.
Good night,
Not that he's
everybody.
willing to admit. He's
This
putting
has
bare
been
ass
Ohio
on
Boys
his couch.
podcast.
Probably
No,
not
I
every
don't.
time.
Mark's shooting ropes. He got the camera up still like that. He
No,
sit
I
there
don't.
looking.
Okay, pause. Because that camera does tend to stay up like all week long, and I've mentioned that before. I'm like, it's really fucking weird because like our windows are open, our neighbors are like, there's a camera pointed right at the
This
couch
camera
with
does
the
not
lights
get used
still
like that.
up. Why the fuck is that a
But
thing?
they be filming porn.
I was gonna say, are we just gonna?
I
show
know
them?
great.
damn
Is this
well.
the casting couch, Mark?
Did anybody just hear what he just said?
What? That would be great though.
Yeah.
He's a nasty, horny man.
Yeah, I love my woman. What's wrong with that?
Mark, if I came over one day to get that camera for work purposes and I saw
it's
you stroking
sticky?
out your girlfriend, I think I'd
No,
hit you.
I own my own SD cards. Like I wouldn't give you an SD card.
Mark,
to show me.
you also forgot your wallet in Ohio when we were in North Carolina. I don't think it's hard to say
That's
that
not
you
as
might
big of a
leave the
deal.
SD card in the
That's
camera.
not as big of a deal.
You're very clumsy. And you're just down here swinging around your big dumb dick next to the TV.
It's not next to the TV. First of all, the TV's all over there.
Yeah, and it reaches about halfway, don't it?
No, it doesn't reach halfway.
This nigga be hanging over the table.
And I don't want to hear.
Jesus.
from
So
you.
the remote's over there. Gotta
You
turn
have
this
a
down.
whole garage dedicated to coming, so I don't care about. I don't care about what
I've
you got
had
to say.
sex in my garage before, but I've never jacked off. I've
Yeah.
masturbated, but I've never jacked off. Masturbating and jacking off are different.
What? I thought. Wait, hold
Hold
on.
on,
You
you're
lived in that.
drinking your
Hold
shit.
on. Hold on. You lived in that garage when you had COVID for like 2 weeks. Didn't you? Didn't
did
you
not
tell
live
the
in that
story?
garage.
No, he was with
I went.
us.
I
At
was gonna
Tyler's
say, I
apartment.
went to the garage one time and I fucked one of my fuck toys
Oh, okay.
because
wrong.
I'm shit. It was 2 weeks of fucking man.
pocket
Mark
pussy?
didn't shower for the first 6 days.
Is it a
He
pocket
just
pussy?
sat there. It was no, it was a whole silicone butt,
With the front butt.
bro. And it was in my car. I don't even know why I took it to quarantine with me. I'm gonna be
That's
honest.
nasty.
It was probably cold.
It was freezing.
You're a nasty bag.
It was weird though because I was stroking it. I was stroking that motherfucker. You know, you come, it's warm. So like, my dick went from cold to instantly like cozy.
Ugh.
So I waited
so
an extra
weird.
second before I pulled out. I started to go soft in it a little bit.
I did. No, yeah. Because
You're
my
making your shit cream on yourself.
tip was cold. Yeah, and then I hit it round 2 with the cummy as the.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Thank you
there's-
for watching our
Yeah.
Boys podcast.
Oh, y'all niggas.
Hit
didn't
that
turn the
like button,
camera.
subscribe. Tell us how nasty we are in the comments because we know it's true. Ohio Boys, OHIOBOIS on all platforms. Look us up. Have a great night. Peace.
Like-